Hey, what's going on, everybody? I wanted to communicate with you guys. I know it's been a few months, and I deeply, deeply apologize about that. One of the things that I want to do is commit to you all, everyone, that I will definitely be doing this a whole lot more often. But one of the reasons was as I was stuck. We have been ministering in some apartment complexes for the last 6 months or so, and we had limited ourselves to one apartment complex, and we were meeting in there for months and months and months, and things were going okay, but we never saw any traction in inviting the residents to the actual Bible study, especially when it comes to attracting lost people into those Bible studies. We could connect with some church folks that already had a church history, but attracting and getting lost people into that particular setting was very difficult. And I remember one of my friends telling me that there's this idea of spaces, and so when you think about going to a church service of 200-300 people, that's a large group space. And then maybe even thinking about going to a small group or something like 30 to 40 people, and then transitioning down to 10 people, all the way to having lunch or breakfast or dinner across the table with somebody. And all those different spaces require a different type of intimacy. And it was good to talk to people in the apartment complexes on a grand scale when we did outreaches, and we saw so much from that. But asking people to come into a smaller space, especially one that had prayer and Bible study, and asking how your life is, although those things are imperative and we want to continue to do that, it was a very hard ask. Plus, not only that, but we were limiting ourselves to a very small pond. And so while I know without a shadow of a doubt this was an experiment that needed to be had, and God's going to use it greatly, because we do not and will not abandon those apartment complexes, one thing that we are going to do is switch the strategy by which we reach them. And also Pocket 44, which is, if you see over here, there's a map, and that's the pocket that we're identifying. So part of that four-fold approach goes with planning, outreach, service, and training. With our planning, with our key leaders, once a month we're going to gather together and plan what have we done so far, and how did that go, and then also what are we looking towards. With our trainings, as we invite people into the circle and ask them to become a part of the launch team or consider to be part of the launch team, we're going to have twice a month different trainings on things that people need to know when they're planting a church, and how do we come alongside of one another and planting this endeavor, planting the gospel in this pocket right there that you can see, if my thumb can get there. Number 3 is outreaches. As we outreach to our community, we have a number of incredible ideas and partnerships lined up to be able to outreach specifically in this area of Concord, North Carolina. And last but certainly not least, but have a once a month service where we can gather people into this little bit less stressful space that I was just talking about together. And so we have a variety of different spaces to invite people into, so that we can begin in this season specifically building a team. You know, I'm praying for a good number of people, and what I mean by that is anywhere between 30 and 50 people is what we really need to have a good core solid group, and I would say on the upward side of 50. And so in this season, that's what we'll be doing, is trying to gather these people together and using this fourfold approach. And so I just want to let you guys know via video what was happening, why it's happening, and how you guys can be involved. And the first way that you guys can be involved is obviously praying very specifically for us, for our team members. And again, we're praying, number 1, that we stay close to God. Number 2, that our families would be protected. And then number 3, that there are a few key leaders that I'm asking God for. Pray that you would also ask, hey, convict that person's heart or those persons' hearts to be a part of the team. The second thing that you can do is you can kind of help people, lead them our way, because again, people are our main currency. And so we need people to be a part of this team. And so if that is somebody, somebody, I just had somebody last week reach out to me and say, hey, I know this person in Concord and they're looking to be a part of something. And so, I'm in contacts with them. So maybe somebody like that. And then thirdly is obviously financial contributions. So far, Betsy and I have been able to raise our support, which is outstanding and phenomenal. But now that we're going to be going out and doing outreaches, we're going to need a lot more money. And I shouldn't say a lot more. It's all God's money. He knows exactly what we need, but we're going to need more money. And so I just ask that that's something that you want to help us with. Take an idea like we're going to do an ice cream night at a local place called Papa Rob's. What we'd like to do is be able to provide ice cream for people. Man, you could help fund that project by saying, hey, I'll buy 25 ice creams, which is $2.50 a piece. So for $50, you could help us feed 25 people as we tell them who we are, what we're trying to do, and how they can get involved. And so anyway, I hope that this video helps you understand where we're at, what we're trying to do, and how you can get involved. And I hope you like this. I'm not promising this is the way I'll do it every single time, but maybe, just maybe, this helped you get a sense of what we're trying to do it, when we're trying to do it, and how you can get involved. And so I just want to say thank you guys for all your help, all your support, all your prayers. They mean the literal world to me. So thank you very much. God bless you guys, and I'll see you next month.